This video explains the illustration provided from Nationwide for their YourLife CareMatters. That's their Universal Life Combo life insurance with long-term care benefits products. First page is just a cover page. The second page specifies what it is that we're doing. We've got a single premium amount of $81,000. We have a guaranteed return of premium starting in year 6. We have total long-term care benefits at issue of $144,000, slightly less than 2 times the premium deposit. We have $3,000 a month benefits for 4 years with 3% simple interest rate. We have a base policy specified amount of $72,000 and a residual death benefit of $14,400. They also want to make sure that you understand that they can provide family care. They have guaranteed cash value. Benefit banking is an option. And you have the Nationwide Care Guide Network. Benefit banking means that if you qualify for long-term care expenses, they will send you a check for $3,000. If your expenses were only $2,000, you could save that other $1,000 for when benefit expenses might be greater in a later year. On the third page, they have a graphic showing where people would prefer to get their long-term care services, and you can see that 51% would like to have those services at home. Also shows the future costs now and in 2032 for different types of care that you might receive. On the fourth page, they talk about you have choice, control, and flexibility. You can choose whether you're going to make a single payment, 5 years or 10-year premium payments. You can choose the care provider with a few caveats, and you can decide what inflation option to choose. You have control as to how the benefits are used. You do not have to send in receipts and submit those to them. They will pay out the benefit once the doctor certifies that you need long-term care benefits. You also have a 20% residual death benefit, which was the $14,400 we talked about on the last page. There is more flexibility with this type product, being that it's an indemnity product. You do not have to submit your receipts and get reimbursed. They will pay you the benefits, and that gives you more flexibility. So page 5 is a graphic explaining the product. $81,000 of premiums, $72,000, which is 2 years of your benefits, plus a 2-year extension of benefits, giving you your $144,000 benefit pool, which is $3,000 a month, and you have $14,400 of residual death benefit. Page 6 gives you the financial information on Nationwide. They are very highly rated, and it also talks about their charitable history and how much things they have done for the community. We then get into the definition pages. One thing to note here, we've got return of premium, and it does have this 5-year vesting schedule. Starting at the end of the 5th year, you are 100% vested. On page 8, we do talk about the residual death benefit, which once again that is equal to $14,400. And on page 9 is the only place that you find this 90-day elimination period, and that is both for home care and for facility care. Page 10 does talk about the fact that your care plan must be provided by a licensed healthcare practitioner. So this is really the only caveat. If your doctor says you cannot be receiving benefits at home, you must be in a facility, then in order to get your payment amount, you must then be in a facility. If the doctor says that you could be at home and receive care, then that certainly opens it up for whoever you would like to pay to provide that care, including your family members. Jumping down to page 12, we start the ledger illustration. The first column shows us our scheduled single premium. We then have the cash value and surrender value, and you can see that in year 6, those two numbers equal out, and you get your full return of premium at that point. We also have the net death benefit. The specified death benefit is $72,000. The net death benefit is the amount needed to meet all the government guidelines and have it qualify as life insurance. So that's why that's a little bit higher. We then get into the long-term care benefit amounts. You have your pool, you have your monthly amount, and then we show the inflated amount both of the monthly benefit and the total pool. and an internal rate of return column. So we have 3 pages of the ledger illustration. Everything is run with the guaranteed values, so you don't need a current and guaranteed assumption pages. Page 15 is an input summary screen. Don't know why that's included in the client's part. Most other companies don't have that as something you would need to give to the client. Page 16, this is a very useful question and answer section here, and they do have things that talk about the difference between indemnity and reimbursement plans that your client can read through. They do talk about inflation riders. Can the policy lapse while you're collecting long-term care benefits? The answer is no. They talk about why the death benefit is higher at issue. So those are very useful pages. Page 18 is your signature pages. And then 19, 20, and 21 are the net surrender value report, which is pretty much useless for this type of an illustration because the net surrender value is always equal to the premiums paid after the 5th policy year. Page 22 is a summary for the premium. Once again, it's $81,000. It is a MEC. Obviously, the MEP premium of $58.36 is much lower than the initial premium, but as most long-term care policies are, this is not something that's going to affect the benefits or the taxation of your long-term care monthly benefit amount. The last page is a summary that shows you different options. The one thing that's different on this one than some of the others I've seen is that it assumes the exact same premium of $81,000 and shows what the monthly benefits would be for that particular premium. You can see 4 years 3% interest is $3,000 what this was run at, and you can see that as you get up into 5, 6, and 7 years of benefits, that's just not enough premium in order to provide benefits with those inflation amounts. So you would have to increase the premium in order to actually see any values in those particular areas. This is somewhat useful, especially if the client would like to see shorter benefit periods, but probably not as useful if you want to look at longer benefit periods because you really need to know what the premium would be to provide that same benefit.